I just don't think it's necessary to talk over other people. I think we could like figure a way not to do that.
Let's just try, or like we'll try, and we'll meet. We'll end up somewhere in the middle.
There is
Shoot
no
for the
try,
moon.
only do, and that's a famous movie quote
Shoot for
from
the
Star
moon.
Wars. Speaking
even
of the
if-
devil, we watched a movie for this.
Speaking of Star Wars, we watched.
Speaking of Star Wars, speaking of a little green guy raping somebody, we watched.
We watched Elle 2016, directed by Paul
Is it Elle or
Verhoeven.
Ellie?
Elle. Ellie. Her name is not Ellie.
I don't know, man. This movie
I thought it was
sucked.
L.A. Like it was Spanish or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It was Italian, right?
Oh, it's French. They're all speaking
What's
French.
the
and they're in
difference, man?
Paris.
What's the
There's like the
fucking
Eiffel
difference,
Tower in the movie.
Dude, I'm
This is
so
a
stressed
Christmas movie, okay? This is a nice family drama about Christmas and how it brings families together.
I was wondering what the Christmas connection was.
Yeah, when she was getting raped, I was like, "Merry Christmas." When the movie started out with a rape scene.
This had nothing to do with Christmas, William.
Now I saw Christmas trees in the background. Of a couple.
Have
They
a
had
Christmas
a Christmas
dinner.
party, and then they in the nativity scene, the neighbor, no spoils.
Very nice. Very nice. There's nothing
So-
conspicuous about that.
We can spoil the movie because it's 5 years old. But
It's that new.
this is a great movie. This is a fantastic drama. If you want to watch an adult movie for mature people, if you only read comic books and you lose them at your friend's house at 3 a.m,
It was a girl's house.
Really?
that's not. Oh,
Did you? You
did you rape her? Is that what you're gonna ask, Adam?
Yeah. Did you give her the L treatment?
No.
Oh, sorry, dude. I just want to say
Purely
before we get
consensual.
going, I think it's really smart that we brought on a woman on this episode as a guest to talk about a movie
There's
involving
no-
rape.
What are you talking about?
How a woman responds to being raped and stuff.
Who?
Oh, right. There is no. It's just the three of us.
Oh,
Well, I guess like not
just 3 men talking about film.
not having Stathis is kind of like having a woman on. It's like the equivalent.
All right. Anyway, so the movie is.
William's in a bad mood right today, everybody. By the way,
I'm just in.
Shitty day at church or what?
yeah, the pastor said some stuff he did not like.
Yeah, not a good sermon. You get weird around the holidays, dude.
You guys,
Go ahead.
you give them
William.
any criticism about how they talk
I'm
over
just
each
kidding, I'm just
other,
kidding.
about how they. I didn't even get to the other stuff. I just told them they talk over each other and let's try not to do it, and they're upset.
I'm
Our
furious.
things is from church.
Sorry.
We're upset.
Hey,
about it.
sorry, listeners. You're gonna get angry, Ryan, this episode. William, tell him what the frick this movie's about. I'm pissed.
Whoa! Hey.
Freaking describe this movie,
Yeah.
you turd.
Go ahead, William.
Are you done?
I'm pissed. I'm
All
simmering.
right. So the movie starts off with kind of interesting, unique way. A woman is heard being raped, and then this is over the credits, and then we see her. We see the guy get up, right? The guy gets up first. He like wipes his dick off, and then just kind of like walks out the back door, and he's like wearing a
blood
mask.
everywhere. There's blood
it's-
everywhere. All over
yeah,
his side and all over himself and all over his hand and the towel.
And it's Isabelle Huppert, who's the woman who's from all sorts of classic French movies.
People love her.
Piano teacher.
Forget about
What ceremony?
Forget about it.
His congeniality. Oh, that
Forget
was
about it.
no, that was
Oh yeah.
Good that
That was-
Godard
That was
movie.
Louise Guzman. I think he's in that.
Gauze.
That was Hey man,
Who
You
was
raped
what the fuck, man? What
Oh,
the
man,
hell?
what if?
He's the neighbor.
Oh my
So
god.
who was the neighbor?
So who was the neighbor?
Actor.
I don't know. Some French
He
spoil-
guy.
looked,
no
he looked the
spoilers.
most. Oh, he looked the most familiar out of everybody.
That's just a handsome guy thing.
He was not handsome.
Attractive
weird
people
looking.
look familiar.
He was super
No.
weird looking.
You kind of a Lou Ferrigno look.
He looked like a rapist.
No,
Well,
you look like a rapist.
I don't have that
William
kind of
looks
energy,
like
and
a
everybody
rapist.
knows that. I don't have that kind of ambition, that
No,
effort.
no. Yeah, I agree. It takes a lot. It seems like you have to be really motivated and like
Yeah.
just a really aggressive guy. But
I mean, I'm
looks
strong
wise,
enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, if I had to, if I was backed in a corner and I had to rape my way out, I could do it.
Okay.
I don't think you could, Ryan.
I mean,
Yeah.
You can barely watch a movie about
this
rape.
one was 2 hours long. I know, but this was surprisingly, this movie, the rape was it was so boring. All of it was so boring.
I liked the beginning. The beginning. So after she gets raped, what's kind of hooked me, I thought, was how much we just stay with her, and we like it follows the moments of this older woman, dealing with being raped, like the exact after the act of it happening, she's left alone in this like house that's a mess now, and it's like she like cleans up, she throws her dress away that she was raped in, she like orders sushi, and she's just kind of quiet and stuff. And I was like, oh damn.
Well, she's like she's a boss girl.
Yeah, she's the
That's
CEO
how
of a
boss
video
girls
game
would handle it.
company.
Yeah.
That is oddly making a fucking game about goblins with weird octopus tentacles raping people.
The worst game possible. Basically the worst game.
It looked tight for PlayStation 4.
Who would play this game? It's a bad game.
This would be a big game. Are you kidding? There's so
think?
many games
Oh.
like this.
It's called
Not a
Goblin
gamer, I guess.
Tentacle Rape.
Obviously, the makers of this movie, who are all in their mid-70s, know a lot about video games and put a lot of research into what video games are like. Video games are just a bunch of cutscenes of, goblins that look like they were rendered in VeggieTales level fidelity.
Yeah. There's like
raping women over a table. And then also the gameplay involves them
Satire.
jumping around on wooden posts. It's like a platformer.
Yeah. It looks awesome.
So this movie's from the director of RoboCop, Showgirls, Starship Troopers, Flesh and
What?
Blood. He's originally from the Netherlands. He's Dutch. He made a bunch of movies in Holland.
Yeah, we know. Everybody knows.
This
who
is
he
his first
I
French
don't know
film.
this.
Showgirls.
This is his first French film, I believe. And then he has a new one out right now called Benedetta, which is a lesbian nun movie. It's really good.
Benedetta?
Benedetta.
Why are you
So-
looking it up?
What's funny is this movie was originally going to be made in America, but he couldn't get any American actresses to want to be in it. I was
Wow.
thinking about who he would cast, and I think the obvious choice would be Nicole Kidman, but I don't really know if she could do it. I mean, she's famous.
That's what I
Sharon
thought, too.
Stone, I think, would be interesting, but it turned out both of them turned it down. No American actress would do the movie, so then he just
Because
said,
there's too many boobs, right?
Maybe it's,
just too-
maybe it's because they thought that they just were like, look, you had no idea what video games are like.
Yeah, they go,
So-
this isn't true to gamer lifestyle.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Also,
and Sharon
a
Stone are big
woman in
gamers.
charge of making video games? Fake.
I mean, she's not really in charge. She owns the company. So he got Isabelle Huppert to be in
Messed
it.
up,
And
Ryan.
then he just said, like, he went to school to relearn French to get really good. And he shot the whole movie with a French crew. And
Got too much
It's
time on his hands.
it's kind of like it reinvigorated him, This movie, I mean, critics love it. Everybody loves this
Why?
movie.
Ryan doesn't.
It's so fucking boring.
It's
Well,
it is
you're
kind
like
of funny. That,
let's talk about her son, because I feel like you're very similar to that character, Ryan.
I
Immature.
wish, dude.
no, I
Her
think
son-
you're like the rapist.
I wish I had a. I'm
He's
more
not.
like one of. I'm
doesn't
more
have his
like
life
one of the
together.
nativity, one of
That's
those
true.
fake plastic nativities characters. That's more
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's true.
I
The
wish I
rapist
had- I
has
wish
his
I had a
shit way
black
more
son,
together
though.
than you. That's true. That'd be cool.
One thing,
You can't hear. We
What-
can't
hey,
hear
you
you.
cut. You shut your mic off or something again, dude.
Push the
Idiot.
button this time.
Idiots.
Basically, the thing I realized about this movie this time is that it's like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's rich. She's mean. She has like a bunch of dumb friends and family members. There's like dinner parties.
Dude, what if
It's
there
a
was an
comedy of
episode-
manners.
What if there was an episode where Larry gets raped?
Exactly.
Imagine
This
guys.
could be an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You
He's
know.
he's just playing footsie with his neighbor's crotch with
Yeah,
JB,
he would do
JB
that.
Smooth. I
He
think.
would do that in an episode.
Oh no,
And,
JB
like,
Smooth. JB Smooth is the rapist in this situation.
no, JB Smooth.
The
Incredible.
call came from inside the house.
He's like the son.
He's the black son.
Or
Oh, Jeff kind of looks like the neighbor or whatever, like a fat version of the neighbor. He could be the rapist. Jeff rapes Larry.
don't talk
No.
with your hand over your mouth.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, that's just
I mean, you're bombing and no one can hear you, so it's a double whammy.
Maybe that makes it better for the bombing.
Does
what
it?
is the point of this movie? Like, what was like? It's a rope.
It's
a
about
rom?
female empowerment, Ryan.
Huh?
How so?
By showing that somebody getting raped a bunch.
Actually, so William or Wit, I was like, oh, watch the movie with me, because it was like Saturday night and stuff, and she was like, what's it about? And I told her, I showed her the description.
Have you
or
seen the
whatever.
movie before, Adam?
No. And she was like, I'm not watching that. All you guys do is watch movies where women get raped.
Yes,
And she was
that's what
like,
I've been saying this whole
told me to
time. There
tell
should
you
be men on film about rape.
yeah.
That's
Or
what
like,
we
how
need.
about we could call this
When was
podcast
the
like
last time
Dog,
we-
dogs getting killed.
rape movies by William, or William's rape movies, something like that.
When was the last time we watched a movie with rape?
The last one with Santa Claus.
That's my childhood getting raped.
A Silent
You know what I mean?
Partner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Actually, yes, there is a rape and a murder of a woman, right?
yeah. There's a rape and a murder of a teenage girl. They don't show it, but
When was
that's
the
a
last time?
big
When was the
plot
last time
point.
we watched a movie that had that?
Well, excuse me, you got me.
Yeah. When was the last time we watched?
Guilty as
Literally 3
charged.
days ago, William. 3 days ago.
Look, I like cool
Hey.
movies. I can't help
just
it.
happens.
That's what they're
Wasn't
about.
cool. There was one really
True.
cool shot where
Not
she was
making
like looking in the mirror, and there was like 3 different mirrors. There was, like a close-up mirror.
Yeah,
I love a
saw
good
it.
mirror
That
shot.
part was
I
dumb.
love a good mirror shot.
That's the part you didn't like. These are your picks.
I don't even remember what that part was about, but it looked cool. Like it was a cool
Her
pan.
husband-
It was a cool shot. It was directed well.
So let's talk about the characters and her family. So she's got a
A mess.
son. Her son is a recovering drug addict. He's trying to get his life together. She's trying to help him, but she hates his girlfriend.
Well,
Who's
his
just-
girlfriend's really
girlfriend's a
mean.
Dickhead.
She's
And
a
she's
bitch.
clearly taking advantage of him for
she's
rent. Like
she
for
want-
every like
yeah, she's forcing them to get a nicer apartment because the mom is going to pay for it.
Oh, she's
or
pregnant too.
she's pregnant.
Yeah.
She
It's just it's like a
makes out-
saving
remember-
Silverman situation. It's basically she's Jack Black and Steve Zahn,
okay.
and the son is Jason Biggs. It's like it is.
I wish Jack Black was in this movie.
I wish Arlie Ermy was in this movie.
I wish Arnie Hammer was in this movie.
If he was in it, it'd be a documentary.
Yeah, it'd be a little too real.
Oh yeah.
It'd be a little
Ooh.
cannibalism.
He would be good as the neighbor, honestly, in an American version.
Is he done, by the way? Like,
I was gonna say like him or like a John Hamm type, like a hunk, just like a
yeah, he's a hunky, handsome guy. This guy is handsome. I don't
Guy's
understand.
weird looking.
no. He
very
was a very
bizarre
good
looking.
rapist.
Looks
He's
like a
very he's cast
masculine.
very well as a he is when he's like normal and he's kind of being an oaf. The neighbor's like picking up like taking shit out when she's spying on him with the binoculars.
He's-
Again
remember-
another
talk
movie
about
with
the son?
fucking people.
Would you rather
spying on
fuck her
binoculars.
husband
Yeah,
or
let's
her
talk
ex-husband? or
Finish
the...
the son thing and then go on
What
to the
was
neighbor.
what was the son's name?
I don't know, but he's a loser. The best
don't
part,
even remember
the
his
funniest
name.
thing with
He's
him
a
is
handsome young
that
fella too.
the funniest thing with him is that his when his girlfriend finally gives birth, the baby is black, and there's
Like
like a black
obviously, like
and there's like a
obviously.
black guy hanging out with there that
Yeah,
out of
his friend,
nowhere.
his
Yeah,
black
his
friend.
best friend. They're like
And she-
high-fiving each other and shit.
and he's in denial.
It's
And I mean
Well,
that is
silly.
a sitcom
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Storyline.
I hear what you're saying.
right out of
Yeah.
Curb.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys are all sprung up on the rape thing, so let's talk about it. So
Sprung
She's-
up.
she's
It's the main
raped.
plot.
I
It's
know, but
literally
you're
how
like,
the movie
you can't.
starts and
You
how the
keep
movie
changing
ends.
the subject
And
to
in
be
the
about
middle,
it.
Oh right. Well, yeah.
can't
just
keep-
like the
Talking about
movie did, just like the fucking movie did, that started with a rape. This is why it's not a good script. It started with a rape, or it's good. It's a good rape script. Started with a rape, and then it starts introducing all these characters, and it's kind of a whodunit situation, or did it even happen? Like she starts fantasizing about it not even happening, or her beating the guy up before it can happen. So then it's like, oh, or
Shows her,
maybe it's
like,
like a
mental
may in the
state.
way she's not calling the cops. Maybe she's like, maybe
Let me
it's
ask
like
you a question,
foreplay.
Ryan.
Maybe it's a
Yeah.
game
What's
they
her
play.
What's her deal?
And then you
What's
get
she
all these
doing?
other characters, and then
'Cause
you're
she-
like, oh, now I'm invested in some of these other
Calm
characters,
down.
like her
Let me ask you a
son.
question.
No, this movie sucked.
Wait, it isn't.
What
Yeah.
what does her character want?
Nothing.
Because every movie is about
French.
a character wanting something.
She doesn't
So
Well,
want
it's like
anything.
an ennui thing. It's French.
No, she
but it was
doesn't.
has
she
ennui.
originally going to be American.
Yeah,
She just
oh,
wants to
right.
get laid a bunch. She's just
Yeah,
horny.
she's fucking a guy, her coworkers or her like partner's boyfriend or something
Yeah,
like that.
my answer is it power. Is that the
Well,
answer?
So yeah, it's interesting.
Do you
I-
have an answer, William?
What's the answer?
Well, it changes throughout the movie, but that's the thing that makes the movie interesting, in my opinion, is that like most movies are very explicit about what a character wants. This movie is
Not good. Yeah.
this is a big difference between American and foreign
just talk about
films. In a broad sense, I would say that American films do very clearly know what the character wants. In foreign films, the characters don't know what they want.
Interesting. Like life.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's like
You
life.
could say, maybe.
You want to
but-
know what I wanted her to want?
Oh, what?
A fucking key to the front gate. Lock that shit.
So she gets weapons, she gets guns, she gets mace.
Yeah.
Lock your gate. Not once in the
Okay.
entire movie. She has this big ass house with this big ass gate, and not once does she take a key out of her purse to unlock it and get in and close it and lock it.
You don't understand the French, Ryan.
They don't got gates.
It's a 5 foot tall gate. You can jump over it.
Then why do you
So-
got a gate? Get
Yeah.
a bush.
Here's the thing about the movie. We don't know what she wants. She doesn't know what she wants. She's had this incident happen to her. It's
This incident, she was raped.
it's well, I'm just speaking in like a
William's trying to
screenplay
silence
terms.
it. Or-
yeah.
Thank
This
you
is
for
the
not letting
incident.
her be silenced.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know you think it's like so you can't get over the fact that it's a rape, but just think of it as an incident.
An
in a
inciting
script.
incident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah. So the movie, it is interesting that she doesn't call the cops or whatever, because she's like trying to figure it out on her own who it is.
Well, why doesn't she call the cops? She says why.
Oh, I don't.
So
remember.
basically,
Be-
what
she's
it turns
famous.
out,
She's a famous daughter of a
Correct.
serial
Oh,
killer.
right.
her father wasn't just a serial killer; he's like a mass murderer. Her father, when she was like a
Mhm.
little girl, murdered 27 people in her neighborhood and 6 animals.
Apparently, 6 dogs and 2 cats or some shit.
I didn't get that. I thought that was a weird choice. This whole family history thing.
No, I think that everybody should have been talking about her her mass murdering father, because that's clearly whatever is on everybody's mind every time she enters a room. Because she is also the face of this mass murder, because she's like,
Yeah, it's
they
weird.
burnt the house down. She like helped him burn the
Like,
house
when
down.
adults are
called
like
her a
blaming a
psychopath?
child. Like, it's stupid. Like, I thought what I thought was going to happen was like, it was
Your
like, yeah,
kid's fucked, Adam.
she's this rich, powerful woman, and but her like family disgrace or whatever. I thought it was like they're like one of these like family like that is their dad did like Insider, like did The Big Short or something like that, and then everybody in France like hates them and shit, or like Kristen Cinema stuff. But yeah, it's like this weird thing. Like, why would
like a bad boy?
I know why would people? It's like a weird cultural, or I don't know. I guess fuck, man. The fact that
you have
like,
to remember
was an
this
American,
isn't supposed to be about France.
I know, but so then it's just weird. I think I was trying to justify it being French.
I thought that was the coolest storyline, was that she was the daughter of a.
But why would everybody be like?
I thought it was
you
stupid.
thought it was stupid, but you don't
focus
understand
on
it.
It's like her dad is basically like Elliot Rodger. He went on like a spree, killing spree.
Yeah.
And what? So in America, is everybody like finding Elliot Rodger's parents and being like, "You're a piece of shit," like fuck, like spit, like throwing food on them and stuff? No, people feel bad for them.
She was.
So it's like this bad writing. I thought, like, why would like the public, French public, this famous,
Well,
it was an
powerful,
iconic.
rich
They thought
woman.
she was in on it. It's an iconic photo. They show the photo of her.
They
and
believe
she's all ashy from like.
Yeah, but why would you
down.
like? Why would adults?
And literally, she was
rational
on the
adults
cover
think
of
that
fucking
it's
the Rolling Stones, basically. She
that's like
helped him
bad,
burn down
overly
the house.
bad.
She
It's
helped
making,
him in the crimes, Adam.
but she was a child.
Yeah, and they called her a
Correct.
child psychopath. That was like the headline of the article. So she's a celebrity.
Do you think a cult, like a society, would really do that?
Yes.
Yes, dude. We live in a society that has 1 billion true crime podcasts about fucking 7-Eleven getting robbed.
Plus, the other
There's
thing
like a
is
10
her
episode series.
The negative reaction by the public isn't even that drastic. The only thing that really happens is a person at McDonald's throws garbage on her.
Yeah.
So
and then her father's thing is vandalized.
So it's more of her, like, it's more internal. She's aware of it, and she assumes everybody else is aware.
Yeah, I guess I just thought like it was going to be a kind of rich person corruption thing.
She also
and I was
is a
intrigued
psychopath.
by that, and I was like, oh, this is like a grounded, interesting choice. And then it was like it's like a less grounded choice.
Well, you want basic politics interjected into a cliched story.
Yes, that is what I want.
That are easy for you to understand.
Yes.
And the complexities of this film were too much for you to handle.
That's basically what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I could handle the complexities of it, and it was just fucking boring. It's like complexities can be interesting, or just like you're making it complex to make it seem like it's interesting. It's like, what did this guy just learn French?
Isn't life kind of like that too? You make it complex so it seems interesting.
No.
Instead of it being the reality of your life is simple.
Life is simple,
guy.
dude.
Life is
Smoke
great.
weed every day. Get high, because you never know when you're gonna die.
Holy shit.
Tupac. Oh wait, no, that.
No.
I'm just saying Adam wanted a basic reading of the situation. For
Yeah.
me personally, I just didn't think, I didn't really like the father stuff because I don't care.
Yeah, you don't. Why would you care?
Yeah,
I don't care about
her.
her.
They didn't make.
It's a bizarre.
You can't just take my answer and go with it.
Sorry.
I'm speaking. You had your moment. Sorry. You bombed, and that's it.
No,
I just don't care about her past. I don't care about her trauma. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's like
all these subplots besides the rape, I thought were like, yeah, I didn't care really. And also the movie's like long. So I feel like if it was like leaner, it would solve so much. These things would be gone and stuff like that. And all these bizarre choices that feel strange. Then you just got the rape.
What
in the
else
video.
bothered you?
The rape.
Instead of just saying it felt strange, why don't you actually bring something to the show?
Okay. Instead, sorry, I just took a bite of chocolate.
I'm just eating chocolate. You're just eating candy. Just eating candy,
dude.
Candy boy.
I'm a candy boy.
All right, I got one. Let's talk about some of that.
He put half a chocolate bar in his mouth. He put at least 9 ounces of chocolate into his mouth while he's joking. How is he alive, dude? He's raising a kid, William. Adam is currently off mic, joking to death.
He's joking. He needs someone to hit him in the back.
It looks like.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the other characters.
And he's trying to have an opinion about anything, and he's choking on chocolate.
we have her mom who's dating a younger guy, and she
Yeah, that was lame.
thinks he's her mom is a mess. Her mom is hilarious. So like I really like the casting of her mom.
I do too, but it was lame as shit.
But it's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
They don't spend that much time on it. Then they have she's having an affair at work. She started the company with her best friend who she met in the maternity ward at the hospital the night they both gave birth, so to speak, although her friend's child died and her child lived, her dumb son, and
God, he's so
she let her
stupid.
friend breastfeed her son that night.
Wait,
and-
that's what that was, huh?
So then but she's having an affair with her husband, who's this like bald idiot, and he's like really horny, and he like wants to have sex at work, and she like jerks him off into a garbage can, which was I mean, that would smell bad, right? Like that would kind of reek
The
up the
garbage can?
office. Yeah, you just have like a load in there,
I'm sure
Just
they take it out every night.
just swishing around.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's a video game development center. You know how many other people are probably jerking off in that trash can? Bunch of nerds.
One day at work, there's a viral video being sent around the office of someone put like her face on the video game character
Yeah, getting
raped, and it's just like a still image
mechanical
like,
raped.
wrapped around, and she thinks it might be the rapist taunting her
Because
'cause,
at this point, the rapist has been taunting her, sending her texts and stuff, nice beige outfit or whatever,
cream.
and then just busting on her sheets. That shit pissed me off, dude. That's worse than a rape.
Oh, damn. You just really love a
You
good
gotta get like
clean bed sheets.
Yes.
So
Also, make the bed.
I liked how it turned out to be
Oh,
the
that was
guy who
equal.
liked her made it, the nice guy
yeah.
The neighbor.
Yeah. that's-
Oh no,
I-
yeah.
at the office. See, that's foreshadowing for the neighbor.
right. What? Yeah, a little subversion of her
Character.
expectations.
But I think the movie really picks
Oh,
up though when she starts the affair with the neighbor. So they meet one day because someone was in the
neighbors.
bushes, right? Or
Well,
her ex-husband was in the bushes and she sprayed him with mace, or
No, she.
no, the neighbor saw the
I think
paparazzi.
locally, like, because this is after she told her family that she was accosted,
Yeah.
and
At
she
dinner.
says it
or like
so
her close
bizarrely.
friends or
Tells
whatever.
her
She like
ex-husband and
Close friends.
friends.
gets her
So, and obviously,
invites them to dinner and tells them.
and we don't know it at the time, but obviously the neighbor is probably creeping or listening or doing something. He always seems to know what's going on. And then like the next night, there's all these cops on her street, and he's like, "Yeah, I chased off this guy out of the bushes." And we don't know anything about it. We don't know who the guy. You just assume it's like, oh, well, then obviously the neighbor's not the. Because at this point, it's a whodunit, right? And she's just trying to figure out which person in her life is the one doing this, and it suspects
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, it's cool. She like plays a little private detective.
It's not cool. Go to the cops.
Well, that's not a movie though. Like I get, it's like,
It's not a movie.
or like, how do you make a movie that way? All
What?
all the whodunits are like the amateur sleuth.
It's very easy. You go to the
movies.
cops and nothing. And they just
Amateur
go,
sleuth
all right.
movies is like, this is a genre.
go to
This
the-
falls
they go
in
to
that
the-
genre.
No, it's not a
You go to
sleuth
the-
movie.
You go to the
Amateur sleuth.
cops.
Shut up.
You go to the cops, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, we'll get on this." And then you go find out, and then the rest of the movie still can happen
Yeah, they're
because
just
cops
busy.
don't do shit. Yeah,
Mm.
and there's no evidence.
yeah.
There's no nothing. Like there's
Or they don't-
no.
They,
She couldn't.
no.
There's nothing to
yeah.
go on it other than her black eye.
But she cleaned up all the evidence. Yeah, she cleaned everything up. So
Yeah.
who cares? So the neighbor comes to the holiday dinner, and he has like this very happy Christian wife,
Catholic,
They're
super Catholic.
they seem
She
to
goes
be.
to visit the Pope.
She's a wonderful
Yeah.
woman, honestly.
She's the star of Benedetta. His new.
I'm
movie.
looking
I was
at
about
that.
to
That
say she
movie
was
looks
pretty
so
hot, I
much
thought.
better, dude. That movie looks so much better than the one we watched.
It's great.
She get
There's lots of lesbian sex scenes with her. in
Yeah,
this
look if you
frontal
look at the
nude.
poster, if you look at the
Wow.
poster of Vendetta, it's
Her
a
nip-
nun's, it's side boob.
and her nipples out.
Is it?
Whoa.
But
Oh, can we talk about Homegirl's right nipple always being out in every scene? Was that a character choice?
It was always the
talk-
right nipple. That's true.
It was always the right.
Yeah, very good observation. You would be a good amateur sleuth. I
If it
think.
was nipples, I was looking for.
Yeah, if you
You
had to
see
solve
both.
a nipple-based mystery,
The pepperoni PI.
all you remember about the suspect is he had
I'm just over a fucking
Huge
chalk
nipples
outline.
or
I'm over a
something.
chalk
Huge big
outline and I go,
nipples.
something's missing on this. And I draw
Draw.
nipples on the chalk outline.
Yeah.
so at dinner that night,
Hmm.
she's like flirting with the neighbor, and she's like just grinding his junk with her foot.
With her foot, which is like, yeah. I mean, they were clean socks.
And then then they'll cut to like him like raising an eyebrow and like looking at her like, and then she does like the same. And it's like
Yeah.
her knee should be hitting the top of the table. The like the
Right.
food should be like the dishes should be shaking and like clanging on the table.
It should be more like a Mr. Bean scene kind of thing. Like where there's a lot of
What if Mr. Bean was the neighbor?
What if
He's
Mr.
got
Bean
good
got
looks.
raped?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a good options
And
whether or
all
not
sad
Mr.
and
Bean
take
was
it
the
back by
rapist
himself.
Did
or
he
the
turn the-
raper. The
Did he
rape.
turn the roll down? Was he another person that turned this
Yeah.
roll down?
It'd be funny if he's in a bubble bath and then he just farts and then just like a red stain floats to the surface.
Oh.
That's such a
You got it. It's Mr. Bean. It's visual.
yeah, that's true. It's very William
It was also a
William
scene in the
imagery.
movie.
It's
With a beautiful mind,
connected.
dude.
You can do jokes connected to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What did
Yes,
Adam
But
say earlier?
she said she
I
was
wish
on
I could
her
remember.
she was on her period still, right? She mentions that because that bald guy is trying
But
to
no,
hook
she
up with
said
her.
that because she didn't want to have sex with him because she was had just been raped, Ryan.
Well, I know that,
Her
but like
vagina's bloody because she got raped,
that's why, right? Because
Yeah.
she's
And the guy was
definitely-
like, "Come on, baby, let's do it anyway."
and she jerked him off
Like
in
a
the
true
garbage
G.
can.
Oh, that's why she put the garbage can there. I thought she was like, "Your dick is trash. Put it in the garbage."
Sophisticated
really did
movie
think that.
viewer.
What do you mean? She jerked him off in the garbage can? That's not like that obvious of a thing. She puts
course
this
it
tiny
is.
garbage can at their feet.
No, your dick is garbage.
Yeah, because I thought she was already over the guy. You know, your dick belongs in the trash.
And you think like
Trash.
critics like a movie?
I didn't
about-
know. I thought that was weird. I didn't like think that it was like, oh, that's what people
what
do. But it's like,
world does
why would they
Adam
do that?
live in?
I'm just
His
trying
world.
to understand the French.
His world.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to
Like
understand the
Bobby's world.
French.
I thought it was like a
Are
French
you?
thing.
It's an etiquette thing.
But also, how do you jerk like they were so close together, and she puts the garbage can right between them and like right under his dick, basically. And what? How are you gonna jerk off? She's not.
Like you
she's
milk a
moving that garbage
cow.
can. She's
Like you
moving that
milk a
garbage
cow.
can before he comes. It's not going in the garbage can if they don't
She's just
move.
getting it ready for the big moment. You don't want to be jerking a guy off and then get the garbage can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
wanna
wait
be
until
ready.
he's like, oh,
Oh, let me get the garbage.
What are you doing to me?
oh, what are you doing to me?
Just trying to keep her office nice.
Thanks for
Okay.
bringing me into that inside joke with you and your friends, by the way, Ryan.
It's a real joke.
No, I know it, but it's like I wasn't there,
outside
but I still
now.
get to appreciate it. Yeah, you brought it outside. That's a beautiful thing.
So she likes this guy, the neighbor. She's flirting with him. She wants to have an affair with him, but
Yeah, why?
Because he's a hunky, handsome guy. He's masculine.
You mentioned like you never.
she's a
know
sexual
why,
beast.
No,
right?
actually,
she's
no,
just horny.
because like what happens is that they like, yeah, she like even like, well, like she's been raped. That's an
She's a girl
aggressive.
boss.
That's an aggressive masculine act, you know. So like she wants the masculine guy right now. She's incredibly attracted to the masculine guy who turns out to be the fucking
Yeah,
guy.
and then she's like pulling trash cans up to everybody's dick, and she's like, "Your dick is trash. Your dick is
She's
trash. Your
surrounded
dick
by
is
a bunch
trash."
of losers. She's
That's-
surrounded by her ex-husband, who's kind of a dope.
Yeah, he's schlubby.
Her-
and shit.
Kinda,
He'll
except
look a
he's,
loser.
he's hanging out with this like young babe.
That really bothers her. That really gets
Yeah.
her.
Oh, and her
jealous.
mom is like with a hunky guy.
Everybody's with younger people.
That bald guy is an idiot. She doesn't like him. Her son's a
Yeah, he's an
doofus.
idiot. For sure.
I mean, the neighbor guy's rich, successful. According to Adam, very handsome.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is. I'll
What
stand.
more could a woman want?
He wasn't ugly.
I'll put my flag in that.
He's
Badass.
understanding, good to talk to.
He didn't.
but
He didn't look cool in a ski mask. I'll tell you that much. And that's hard to do. To not look cool in a ski mask is difficult.
Mm,
And he
I
pulled
understand.
that off. He looked like an idiot in that ski mask.
he had a very French rapist outfit.
Yeah, he dressed up like a rapist.
It was
He's like,
like,
okay, I
uh,
gotta put on my rapist
heist.
costume
It was
to rape.
no, it was like it was like a heist outfit, or it was like Steve Jobs giving a talk.
You guys own ski
Yeah.
masks? Either of you?
yes,
With a whole eye hole
Of course, William does.
of course.
cut
I go skiing all the time.
That's how you do it. You pull. Is that how they wear ski masks when they're skiing? They have like like the eye and mouth holes,
Of course.
like
And you
robbers?
wear goggles, you idiot.
You have an AK-47 strapped over you.
Otherwise, you get sunburnt.
Ugh.
You get windburnt.
Oh,
And
I
you have a
see.
money bag.
Yeah. You're talking about
Why'd
Jackie
you-
Chan's
why'd you
First
think they-
Strike? Is that what
why'd
you're
you-
referencing, William?
Why'd you call it? Why'd you think they called it a ski mask?
Well, I guess
That's
you were
originally
right.
what they were in the 70s. They
Well, I
Why,
thought
you
they were
serious?
like
Why did you
beanies
think it
or
was
that
called
you-
a ski mask?
I've never been skiing, to be honest. So I guess it's just like I haven't been.
That's surprising.
Be like, oh, they just called it a ski mask.
Adam looks like a
I thought it was
skier.
like a beanie sort of situation. Then like the beanie in beanie form, it was a ski mask, not like
What is-
rolled up. I thought that's how they wore
Anyway,
it.
okay, let's talk about the movie. So
Adam's figuring
I've
out
really
ski
got a lot
masks.
to. Yeah, I got a lot to like think about now. My world is shattered.
He's raising a human being. This dude is raising a 1-year-old human being.
Yeah, I got him to one almost.
This is how you
It's an
get people like the
accomplishment.
neighbor. This is how Adam's kid is going to be the neighbor.
No, don't.
another funny thing about Adam's
No.
kid is that it's half black.
No, it's just
And
full
his wife-
black.
Oh, he's just
his
tan.
wife
It's
is
not even. It's not
white.
even his wife's kid.
He's just very tan. Yeah, me and Whitney are both getting like full.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be embarrassing.
So but the things with the neighbor, the thing with the neighbor is it's not working out because he's not into consensual sex.
Oh yeah, he's like she wants to. She finds out that he's the rapist,
She stabs him in
And
the
then-
hand with a
and then
scissors.
but they
Through
like
the
reenact it
hand.
on purpose.
First-
They reenact the rape basically as like because that's how they're both. That's their
Well,
kink
he says
now.
I can't do it unless it's real.
That's her kink now is the thing, and so like
'Cause
she's doing it,
No, it,
but she's
yeah,
like
yeah,
not.
yeah.
She's not
No, it's
doing
his
it.
kink.
She's not like authentic. She's not tapping into the emotion of it for her. She's just like into like the animalistic, like the adrenaline and shit. But for him, it's about her like breaking her. So it's kind of an interesting, subtle thing that says like, it's like coming at
He's
this
a
from
rapist.
as
Adam.
like
He's just horny and doesn't know how to talk to women.
no from
It's not
her
true.
perspective.
He doesn't know how to
Like,
talk to women. His wife.
He has a
He hates
wife.
his,
It's
yeah,
driven
but
by.
she's too Catholic. She's like
Hold
so
on.
Catholic.
Feel like I was about to get to a really good point that a woman guest would have.
Well,
probably
you
brought
guys
up
are
on this
skipping over a
episode
big
if we
plot
had one.
point, which is that
And I got talked.
they
down.
don't have consensual sex at the time
My-
when they're
my
dating.
right.
Okay, and then he comes back later and rapes her.
No,
Then she
I
pulls the-
thought.
then she pulls the ski mask off.
Oh,
That's how she
but
knows who
but then
he
they
is.
fuck again,
Yeah.
and like a rape
In the
uh,
basement. yeah.
fantasy sort of scenario. Yeah, in the basement.
It's not really a fantasy. It's pretty violent. He's like smashing her head against the wall.
And then she like and then she's like writhing
she's-
in pain afterwards. And also
But
lasts like 2 seconds.
She kicks him in the balls, but then she kind of lays there and like
Yeah, she comes right.
she lets
No,
him.
she's writhing in pain.
No, I think she was like having like an orgasm.
No, it was
Like
she
a
just
fucked
got
up
raw
orgasm.
dogged, dude. She just got forcibly raw dogged.
No, because he turns and looks back, is like, what the fuck is she doing? Because all he cares about is like getting off and like the dominance.
he's
of it
already
or whatever.
gotten off at that.
But
She was
because
in
this is her
pain. That
kink
was
now.
not Adam,
No,
if that's what you
no.
think
Well, it was
uh,
like a maybe
women's
painful.
coming
like-
looks like.
It's like a painful orgasm or something like this. It's like a twisted. That's what I'm saying. It's like a fucked up thing. Man, I'm so good at reading this movie. I can't look at Williams like got his hand to his chin like he's like listening. Williams listening to me. That's very what I'm saying. Holy shit.
This is the
guys,
emoji.
So
I just understand women the most out of the three of us.
No, I think
Shut
it
up.
seems like you think you understand rape.
you guys are like
You're,
all
like,
over the
citing-
place. You're skipping scenes. You're like not actually talking about the relationship or how it happened.
Oh my god, you know who else was skipping scenes? The fucking creator of this movie. Lame.
Harsh.
You got him.
Why is it 2 hours long? You got pissed off Fry Guy right now. I'm sorry. I'm angry.
Whoa, calm down.
Didn't you feel
No, frick
challenged
off.
watching the movie in a good way?
Easy.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I felt mentally challenged. Like, why the
Reading-
fuck am I doing? I'm retarded for watching this.
I'm watching a big boy movie.
Mentally challenged. Yeah. It's
Like
hard
a
to
big
read for that long though, to be honest. Like a long movie when it's got a lot of
Adam's worried
subtitles,
about the subtitles.
that's exhausting. That's like reading a fucking book for 2 hours. That's like who can read from a book for that?
After 10 minutes, you don't even notice there's subtitles.
Dialogue. It's very easy reading.
I want to see what's going on. I want to look around.
You can do
You
both.
don't want to pay attention to the movie. We know. You don't.
No, I want to look around
You
on
don't
the
understand. You
screen,
skip.
the frame of the film.
I was worried. I did think about Adam when I saw that it was a subtitled movie. I was worried that Adam's definitely not going to be able to follow this.
But man, boy, were you wrong. Not only did I follow it, I had enlightening insights to what
It's
was
not
going on.
enlightening. It's very obvious what's happening in that scene. She's
You put your finger to your chin, motherfucker. You were
I'm
like
just
listening,
sitting there
thinking about
listening.
what I was saying.
I'm just saying that's
Right.
what's going
Now
on in the
Ryan's
scene.
doing it.
She wants the relationship and she's okay with being attacked. But for him, that's not going to work because if she's into it, it doesn't work for him.
But she's turned on by the act. But so it's like
Correct.
it's like she's
For
it's a traumatizing event, but
Well,
she's
she is
discovering that
also-
she's fucked up.
She is also no, she knows she's fucked up. Like, this is why it is important that the story with her dad exists. Because she's always been fucked up. Like, it's in her blood.
Oh, and she like hasn't dealt with it.
it's not in her
Because-
blood, it's just from the trauma. But
She's a
yes.
psychopath.
Yeah,
She
she's a
literally is.
Well,
a
it's about
yeah.
trauma, I guess. Ultimately,
She's a psychopath.
another good thing to say by Adam.
She's at the very least indifferent.
Yeah, she's like blocked it out or whatever. She has like she's like does like sex addict shit and like cheat and like has affairs and stuff. And she's like this shrewd businesswoman and everything. Maybe she's like these are all like coping mechanisms. Because at the end of the movie, she like,
Yeah, but she
breaks out.
describes
Simplifying
helping
things.
she describes helping her dad burn all this stuff, and she enjoyed it. She's like, you get caught up in it and you enjoy it. It's fun. You're burning stuff.
that's that's what she's saying about like how she gets caught up in this relationship
I
with her
think
rapist.
William and I also believe she is a psychopath. Before, like, she was always going to be a psychopath.
I thought she was just autistic. She was just like
I mean, that's a very simple.
an autistic character, businesswoman kind of thing.
That's a theory, but you can't prove it one way or the
No,
other.
she's not. I don't think she's autistic.
Maybe it
So-
might just be her Isabelle Huppert is like 5. She's good at playing autistic characters. Maybe,
Anyway,
maybe.
there's no mention of autism in the movie.
Well,
That's, you have autism, Adam.
No,
you are on the
do.
spectrum.
No,
That's
you
why he
are.
always brings it up. No, I don't
I'm not
think
wearing
Adam-
a
I think
t-shirt
Adam-
with shoes on it.
Well, it's got my
His
son.
t-shirt has a
son's
pair of
name on it.
shoes.
It's his
Fans.
pajama shirt. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
derailed.
he
He's
goes,
too-
oh, well, let's go. Let's keep.
It's 2 p.m.
didn't mean
He's
for that to
wearing
derail.
pajamas.
It's
I'm
4 p.m. for me, and I just got up 15 seconds before we started recording. So I'm on
So-
Adam's side on this one.
At the end of the
Yeah, bro.
movie, she sets it up. She tricks the rapist guy. She breaks up with him. Her son has moved back
Yeah.
home, and he tries to rape this. The neighbor guy tries to rape her, and then the son bashes his head and kills him. And
She
then there's
did not plan that.
yeah, she did.
Well, yeah, he goes,
No,
why?
She was still into
At the
it.
end, before he dies,
No.
he goes, why?
Yeah.
She
She's
broke up
a-
with him before that. She said it was twisted, and we
She
have
said
to
it's
stop.
sick. We got to stop. But I don't think she. Yeah, see, that's the
Maybe it was
problem
like
when you enter a rape fantasy like that. Is when do you? You got to start with a safe word, and then when you say the safe,
Yeah,
because
true.
if you're like we got to stop, then it's like, do we?
He's like, I got you. We'll stop. Wink,
He's like,
wink.
yeah, we'll stop. clear full moon tonight. Should be easy. Opening the gate that you don't lock in front of your house. Fucking
Oh boy,
idiot.
here we go. But so like, but one thing is what it's doing like on a storytelling level is like that moment where the hero gives the protagonist gives like the antagonist a way out and like leaves with their honor or whatever intact because they're not like lowering themselves to like the level of the antagonist, and then the antagonist comes back because they can't help themselves, and that's like leads to their demise.
Yeah, it's
Basically
like Die
Lion
Hard.
King. Lion King.
Did you just compare this rape movie to Lion King?
Yeah. Yeah. It's basically the Lion King. Yeah. But like a lot of stories do that. It's just a little story thing. Just pointing that out. But
Okay.
she's like planned
She killed
it. So
him anyway.
yeah, so he does.
He killed him.
He pays the price.
There's then a scene where his wife is moving and she's talking to the wife who's packing up like an entire moving truck full of Christmas decorations. And she's like, the wife says, I'm just happy you got to give him. No, at first she says he was a good, hold on. She said he was a good person with a tortured soul.
Tortured soul.
And then she says, I just want to thank you for giving him what he needed as much as you could. Basically implying
for
that
as long as it went on.
Implying that she knows that he's a rapist and possibly implying that he used to rape her and that was something she could no longer give him.
Yeah, they dabbed after that. They were like, "Oh, thanks for killing that rapist." Bah, and they dabbed.
And then her dumb son shows up.
See on the next block.
Doesn't her son show up with a Corvette or something, or a convertible, or is that earlier?
That's at the end. That's at the end.
That's at the end. He shows up because then they forget the baby. There's one final little joke. They start walking into the house, just opening this gate that isn't locked, and then you hear the baby in the back seat of the Sebring. It's not even it's just a convertible.
Look a nice car.
And she goes, "Oh, the baby," and then
yeah.
Bum bum.
Is that the end?
Bum. I'm telling you, it's a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It is. They do have the pacing of a Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that's why I haven't seen 17 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
What are you talking about?
It's boring as shit, dude.
Now you're talking about Curb Your Enthusiasm being boring and too long?
Yes.
Is that your complaint? Okay.
Ryan's entitled to his opinion.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is boring. It's a fucking rich guy just buying his way out of every little boring ass fucking hiccup that he has in his life. It's lame.
That's really how you feel?
Yes.
Don't you buy your way out of problems, Ryan?
If I had money, I would. So I can't relate to this show.
You're like a grumpy old man, kind of. I think not like already.
Get off my
grumpy young
lawn.
man. Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't make any sense. This movie didn't make any sense.
You know what we haven't talked a lot
absolutely no
about?
point to this movie.
The movie makes
There's
perfect
zero-
It's
sense.
about.
It makes
It's
sense. I
about a
understood
woman.
the movie, but it's
Minus.
so.
Keep in mind, remember
She's
that
not
you're
a good
talking
person. I
about a
get the
movie about rape.
complicities of it, but she is not a good person.
Did you relate to her?
No. The only thing I related to was like the video game part, and that even was lame as fuck, dude. I wouldn't play that Goblin game. You kidding me? Goblin game?
This movie should appeal to you as a gamer.
And they made this movie 5 years ago. Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls of Skyrim, came out like 12 years ago. Way better graphics. What the fuck game are they making? And they're like, we're working with Activision.
They should
No,
just
you
be
ain't.
like play
You ain't
like
working-
they
you're
should
getting
license
raped.
a game to use for it or something like that. There's never like
Sonic,
a good
Sonic
fake game.
Generations cross
Yeah,
promotion.
What-
Yeah,
hell.
was-
totally. That'd be awesome. The rape movie.
And then the intern makes it's Sonic getting just
Raped.
plowed over a table, but it's her face photo
That'd be
imposed
awesome.
on it.
God damn, that'd be awesome.
Just rings exploding out of Sonic's butt.
So what do we think is the moral of the story?
There isn't one. Lock your fucking gates. Shut your doors. Lock your gates. Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Well, I mean, you're gonna need some bars on your window too. I mean, this guy's just smashing windows,
She had
glass
shutters.
doors, getting in.
She had shutters. The neighbor came over on a windy day to shut the shutters. And she bought a tomahawk.
I mean, here's the thing.
That would have been cool if that was used. That should have been
She
used.
smashes a window with it.
Oh, right.
The car window.
Right.
Got to pay attention, Adam. So
Well,
the Golden State Killer, he had
Yeah.
when he was raping women in Sacramento, he was using the sewer system and the creek system, and it's like, it's you gotta know your turf, but you don't want to go across the street. Okay, you're gonna get caught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't rape your neighbor. I don't know if that's a 10 commandment, but
Go farther away to rape.
go a couple blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
Strap your Heelys, tie your Heelys nice and tight. Cruise a few blocks away.
Yeah.
And then just slide in and just slide out.
Uphill. You want to
Get a
do it
bike ride
uphill so that you can cruise down on the way out.
Ooh. Yeah.
You don't want to get caught in Heelys going uphill on an escape. Trust me.
Man, but if you do go like going downhill on Heelys is a really actually good.
So what's
strategy to
everyone's
escape from.
ratings?
Any crime, not just
Imagine getting like a B&E and then raped, and then you're like, and you go and look out the window and you just see the dude, cruising down a hill on Heelys with his ski mask, just like zipping down. You're like, I can't tell anybody about this.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why you got away with it.
I was gonna go to the cops, but I can't tell anybody about it.
You see the guy's face, but just damn.
He just
Can't let
hits you with
people know about
he's
this.
got a fidget spinner too. He's just like fidget spinning and heeling down and other trendy pop culture references.
Right.
Vaping.
Pogs.
And vaping is
Back that far.
he's built his pogs out of the
Yeah.
Apollo 13
Oh damn!
container.
Go away far back.
Ooh.
My rating is
Are we doing ratings?
oh, I thought I heard you say that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so I think that this movie is I really like the rape stuff and in the movie.
Got it there.
In the movie. And then I like the amateur sleuth stuff, which is good.
There is no amateur sleuth.
The video game
shit.
stuff. She's
She
an amateur
literally-
sleuth in the movie.
She goes to work and looks around and is like, "Are one of y'all my rapist?"
So
And then
what?
none
You're
of them
saying
are.
She's not a good sleuth or something.
The guy that
that's
hates
true.
her the
She is a
most
bad
with the
sleuth.
tattoos, and they give this guy clearly fake tattoos.
I think Harriet the Spy would have been better if this had a
rape.
similar subplot.
Yeah.
Is Rosie O'Donnell in that movie?
She's the rapist. She's the neighbor rapist of Harriet the Spy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I never saw it, but
She's just shooting rubber bands or those little squishy toys across at the camera. Is that Rosie O'Donnell?
I thought
Cushus, yeah.
Cushus, yeah.
wearing a
Yes,
vest.
that was her. That was her.
Every time she rapes her neighbor, she shoots one of those little Cushas at her.
Imagine if I got the Rosie O'Donnell.
Clean yourself
show
up
back-
and then Cushas it, and then
No, the
Healy-
Rosie O'Donnell
Healy's
talk
down the-
show. There's like a guy sneaking around the back, and with a mask on. They're like, "Who is that? Who is that?" And then she like takes the mask off, and it's Tom Cruise, and he's like, "Hey." You got me."
She was like always talking about how I love shit with Tom Cruise.
She's like, "Tom Cruise is a cutie patootie."
That's such a good reference to the Rosie O'Donnell show reference.
That
Tom
lasted
Selleck,
for like
and then
7
Tom
episodes.
Selleck shoots him.
Oh,
You know
nice.
what's wild is that I
That
will
show's pretty
remember
funny,
that
I
show
remember.
more than I'll remember this movie. I give this movie 1.5 stars.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was so lame.
What would you give the Rosie O'Donnell show?
Oh, 7
7 out of
What was your rating?
seasons,
Adam?
5.
7 seasons.
My rating was 3.5. And it's because I think this movie is really good for all those things I was saying. I like the video game stuff too. That's kind of fun. But yeah, I thought it was like really long and had these weird choices, like or like these weird subplots that I kind of didn't care about, and just made it.
You're not wrong. That's what I
Give me a
hated
thumbs
was
down.
the subplots, dude.
The-
It was like
that
all
sums
these
it up.
subplots.
Um,
It seemed like
yeah,
a bunch
it
of
would've been a-
ideas.
it would have been
Seemed like a
better
bunch
as
of
an
ideas
hour
pushed
and
together.
45-minute movie,
Oh my god,
or an
hour
hour
and a half.
40-minute movie, hour and a half.
Hour 30,
Yeah,
maybe 31.
why stretch it
An
out?
hour
It's a rape.
31.
Let's get it over with.
in and out, baby. And then you're
In and
just
out.
cruising down the street on your heelys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's us after the movie. After we watch the rape movie.
William, what was your score?
William,
The practical
go.
effects on the brain bashing was pretty good. Where you could see the guy's brains. That was pretty good. All right, I give
That
it
part
2.
is great. Great gore. I give this movie 4.5.
You weirdo.
I just
You're
think
weird,
like
dude.
her performance is so good.
He's just
The
a
Yes.
ideas
Agreed,
are so
agreed.
tense.
Yeah.
The
she's
second half of the movie, everything after the dinner party scene is just like pure fire. I mean, the movie works is so much better once the cat and mouse relationship begins with her.
Yeah, that part is really good. Very satisfying in a pulpy sort of way. Very, like, I don't know.
Thick.
It's kind of
And
like a basic
also,
instinct
what's
sort of
good
thing.
about
It's
the
like a
subplots in the
subplot.
first hour is that you kind of forget about it and you kind of think like, oh, I guess that's not coming back. And then it comes back. And then all of that rich character stuff is going on. And then they're able to quickly like all those little character things that were set up in the first hour just pay off very quickly in the second half. So I think by making it by filling out her family, it just makes her a more rich character and also less of a shallow psychopath. If you had, I mean, it could have worked like a Brian De Palma movie. It could have worked at
What does that mean?
like Sisters or Dress to Kill or like
a lean thriller, like a kind of a lean genre.
extremely
sort of movie.
fetishistic, less character based, but
I get what you're saying.
I mean that would be fine too. But I'm
No, it
happy
does-
with this. I'm happy with this Paul Verhoeven version. He's older, you know. He wants to make a more, you know,
He's slowed down. He's
Imagine a grown ass successful. He
Character-based
directed
study.
fucking RoboCop. Did he also write this movie?
no,
The director?
no.
Just imagine y'all live in California. You go into coffee shops, you see like 17 people working on a screenplay at this local Starbucks, right? How many of those are people writing rape scenes? And how weird is that? That's fucking weird.
Well, if they're talking about rape, and
Somebody
like
sat down.
they're exploring a thing.
You still
a
got to sit
topic.
down and you're exploring rape. That's a weird thing to.
Ryan, what's your favorite action movie?
Oh my God, Rush Hour 1, 2, 3, and Rush Hour 1 again.
Isn't it The Crow?
No, that's not an action. That's like a.
What's your
period
favorite?
piece.
That's one of your favorite movies, right? The Crow.
The Crow is one of my favorite characters. It's one of my favorite movies. Not the one I've seen the most.
Isn't that movie just about a guy whose girlfriend is raped and killed, and he gets revenge?
Yeah.
So
why couldn't
mean-
this movie be as good? Nobody even
she-
put
if
fucking
she
face
put on
paint on and wore
kabuki makeup.
and wore
it had double guns and jumped
Fucking
through
a
like
play-
warehouses,
and wore a pleather
killing drug
fucking
dealers.
trench coat. Yeah. Stabbing him
See,
with
I think,
heroin needles.
You know,
I mean, answer me. Answer me
the
that.
thing, because not everything needs to be a cartoon, and it's like cartoon.
That's wrong. Where
vengeance-
you're wrong.
Cartoon vengeance can be fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Rape revenge movies can be fun, but
So you're somebody here. You're somebody when it comes to movies. I would peg you as somebody who plays like a video game, like World of Warcraft, where you can pick your race and your character, and you'd pick a human male and you'd make the character look like you. Is that how you make characters in video games?
no.
Instead of being an elf or an orc or a this or a that, because that's what movies like this are. People are getting raped all the time. Trust me.
You have anything to
There's
say?
an
about it?
ominous. There's an ominous. Trust me, and then I hold up my heelys, and they're clearly
That would be
worn.
chilling, dude. That would be very chilling for me and William. What are you guys talking?
It's
Why are you
lame.
talking about Ryan's character creation theory?
I'm talking about it because
Video
it's
game.
like a movie like this is like a not even a slice of life, not even like add a little cartoon to
What are you
it.
talking about? It's a situational comedy of manners.
See, I like that better, and I wish you would have sold it like that before I watched it this morning. Also, I've slept for 1 hour, and I
Your voice
watched it.
breaks.
It's a good
You
hangover
start
movie.
I'm not even hungover yet. Is the problem?
Well, here's the thing, like,
I'm
you know,
still last night.
we've done a lot of action movies and karate movies, and next month we're doing Jackie Chan movies, but
we want to be well-rounded.
we're probably going to do more challenging foreign films.
I'm down for
forward.
it. Just like shorter.
No.
Maybe we could do like
Longer.
edits for like William. You could edit the movie down to like
make it
an
a
hour and a
30-minute
half.
movie. Dude, imagine all the episodes we could record if every movie was 30 minutes long. We could do like 10 a day.
That's a great idea. Ryan's right.
I'm down for challenging stuff, but this was boring. This one was boring, man.
Hey,
And I don't know what the right mood. It was a good movie, I guess, but it was.
Well,
it was
you know,
like,
when did you watch it?
literally like
An
2
hour
hours
ago?
ago.
Maybe over time it'll,
It's true.
you know, you'll
be.
like appreciate
It's a
it more.
thinker.
No, I'm not gonna watch this movie again.
No, I'm just saying, like,
William.
in your head, you'll think about
you'll
it.
think
And you'll
about
be
it more.
like, oh, like that actually was. Oh, that's cool. My son is half black. That's like that movie Elle. There's a lot of truth.
That shit
in
was
that
the
movie.
funniest. That was
That son, her son reminded me of Adam so much.
honestly, I was thinking kind of the same thing.
Whitney's the girlfriend.
Denial. Lots of
Whitney's
denial.
just verbally abusive to Adam all the time, and the kid's black. Clearly, that shit was so funny when you saw the baby. Because at first, when they showed the baby, I was like, "Was this just poor casting?" Because I feel like you can just get babies. Like, why would you?
Oh, I was gonna say, now that since we're starting a new year of all this stuff, maybe I should pick the movies this year.
No.
Second year, Adam picks the movies. Third year,
okay.
Ryan
What would
picks the
be your
movies.
first? What would be your first pick?
Rush Hour 1, 2, 3, and watch Rush Hour 1 again.
Yep, that's my pick.
So just I feel like
Rush
that's
Hour
fair.
1, Rush
Think
Hour
about it.
2, Rush Hour 3.
Then you think that would be really funny?
This is our January lineup, and then Rush Hour 1 director's cut.
Well, yeah.
The Zack Snyder Rush Hour 1 cut.
It's 3 hours
It's
long.
7 hours long. I was gonna say 7.
Oh, nice. That's better. That's funny.
But yeah, if you want to see a good Christmas movie, I recommend this one. It's good to watch with your family.
Oh, she's hot.
What
too, by
was
way.
the
Did
movie
did we mention that? She's aware that freaking
think?
Chris. I want to talk about her outfit, dude.
You
When
think
at
she's
the
hot?
Christmas party, that red thing. I don't know what that was, but that I would wear that.
She's
Woo.
a beautiful older woman.
She's great fashion.
It's kind of a Marissa Tomei.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. What was the movie? What was a Christmas movie that you were thinking about picking but didn't do? That we didn't do, William?
What do you mean?
I don't. What's the fifth
Who
choice that
stars
you?
in that?
What's
Is
the
that
one
what
you
do you mean?
decided to
Starring
not
Tim
do?
Allen? That Tim Allen joint? What do you mean? Or no, that's an
Christmas
Ice
with the
Cube.
Cranks?
That's no, I'm thinking of the Ice Cube. What do you mean? Wait, it's the
There's
third.
no movie
in the
called What Do You
trilogy-
Mean?
It is. It's called What Do You Mean? It's the third trilogy in the Are We There Yet series.
There's lots of movies I thought about picking that we didn't pick. There's like dozens of movies. I don't know what your point is.
What do you mean? Starring Ice
It's a
Cube.
funny third entry.
that's the third
Like, that's
conclusion.
the
to the
person
film. What do you mean
responded
part
to the
1? What
first
do you mean
question.
part 2?
No, the first one's Are You There Yet? And the second one is like Are You There?
seriously, Are we here?
Still?
And
Oh
the
yeah,
third
Are
one
We
is, What do you
Here?
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Part 1.
I like that. All right. So what did you say about William? What was your fifth choice?
Yeah. What do you mean?
What got cut?
I didn't cut anything.
You didn't think
I
past
don't
the
know
fourth?
why. I don't know why you thought I did.
Well, I just thought I was just question. I thought maybe it's like an insight into your process.
What
as the-
other
as the
shirts did you
chooser.
have that you decided that was the best one to wear?
He's worn that so many times too.
Yeah, no, it's a pajama shirt. It's heavy in
Dude.
the rotation.
I'm gonna order
It's-
you
it's-
a toe shoe shirt right now.
Don't you think it's time you take a shower today?
I did take a shower and then I put this on. It's fresh.
William, do you take a shower every day?
I take 3 showers every day, Ryan.
Dude, you're the neighbor.
After you poop, every time after you poop.
You're
Yeah.
literally wearing the same thing the neighbor was, minus the white T-shirt. All you got to do is zip that hoodie up, and William looks exactly like, and put your ski mask on.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I don't want to be recognized.
Yeah, you do. That's why you always leave a little calling card. Men on film business card. You leave that every rape scene.
I make victims listen to the podcast.
Honestly, and they're like, fuck me, just fuck me.
They're like, I don't know.
They're like, chair. They're turn
like,
this off. Just hurt me.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know about this title, by the way.
Like, oh, this Adam guy's so dumb.
I mean, man, I bet they'd appreciate some of the things I said on this episode about the experiences of being raped and things like that, like my insights.
Very obvious. Basic,
No.
A basic, like textual reading of a scene.
No, the audience knows. The audience knows
with
what's
zero
real. I'm confident.
Misunderstanding the garbage can.
Okay, the garbage can was confusing for me. I thought it was a French thing.
He thought his dick was garbage.
No,
and
I thought she was saying a weird
like,
thing. I didn't think I was
her
normal.
friend is like, I think my
was...
husband's having an affair with someone. And you're just like, oh, was that about the garbage?
Yeah. Also, at the end of the movie, she ends up like saying that she's gonna like move in with her friend, her woman friend, the partner who she cuckolded or whatever. Because they also had an affair or something like that. They were like in bed and they were like, hey, they were like lying in bed, like being like snuggle buddies
after the Christmas party. Yeah, and they're like, remember that one time?
They're like, we should just, do it or whatever.
Because they mentioned that one time in college and they could never hook up because we were laughing too much.
You're too giggly. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, but then she utterly devastated her by telling her that she was having an affair with her husband.
And then but the woman kicks the man out because she realizes that he's an idiot and goes to the woman and is like, look, like whatever, like we're fucked up. Like, let's just be together. That's what's fucking everything up.
Here's what's fucked up is when she told her that was at the holiday party, the office holiday party.
And she was really happy.
She was happy.
So
and
happy,
finally, like she had moved on from it.
Not a good.
Because she was distraught about it the week later. Also, what's the time frame is this like a year? A year goes by since the beginning of the movie?
No, I think it's a Christmas. It's like
weeks.
Christmas season. Yeah.
Weeks go by at a time, though.
That's a fun time frame for a movie. That's a fun time frame for a movie.
How much time is going by? What are you trying to say?
Make it shorter. Like, why are you making a 2-hour?
You were gonna say something about that scene with her confronting her friend.
Yeah, wait until the next day. So she confronts her friend and ruins her happy holiday party by saying, "I'm the one you were sleeping with." Like she's a psychopath.
You watch her face die, like her emotion, her soul, everything just like collapses.
I bet William wishes he could do that to me. I bet he wishes he could devastate me and watch my face die.
I
did when I said,
every time I see him, it looks like he's had another stroke.
I said he didn't read enough books and he'll never be a good writer. And he had an actual sense of despair over his face and realization that I was correct.
I don't remember that, but he could be right.
It's happened multiple times on the show. So but you didn't cry and get in a fight with your spouse.
I took it okay.
Hey, that was why'd she do it that night? Because that night she is all about
she was
taking care of business, tying up all the problems.
Tying up loose ends? Is that where you're going?
Yes.
Snipping all the problems.
Shut up. You interrupt me. I'm talking and then you jump in. You're like, yeah. That's what she's doing. And then it's like, you always piggyback off my sentences.
Then they become ours.
Why are we doing? This podcast shouldn't be Men on Film. It should be William teaches Adam how to human interact.
Oh, boy,
but
I'm
like
in trouble.
Shorter.
If he's my
shorter.
Teacher. Ryan, I'm the reason you're on this podcast. Okay.
That's not
like start seeing some
that's not
gratitude, first of all, and
Oh, that
Oh,
also
no.
wasn't a dig on you. That's just
I was
how
kidding.
all the conversations
Look.
go. Is William trying to teach you
Listen,
how to
Ryan.
talk?
Right.
and-
But the truth
If
is, I
Adam
know
was good
and
at
do it.
podcasting, you wouldn't be on the show. Okay, we wouldn't have
Yeah.
gotten a third person
Third and then
Def-
fourth.
Mhm.
to fill up his dead weight.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's better. I have much more fun when Ryan's on the podcast. So I've not been happier with anything that's happened on the show except for Ryan joining the podcast. My favorite.
Talking about
thing.
how stupid these long ass fucking French movies are.
Yeah.
Like, we get it.
It's my boy.
You don't speak English.
Yeah. We're impressed. You speak French.
Yeah,
Like,
good
you don't have
one.
to fucking rub it in. Totally.
You don't have to rape it in.
Oh, nice. Hey, let's yeah. What do you think of that? Yeah, from the video. You guys already talked about the video games when I was coughing or something.
When you were, he goes, when I was coughing or something. When you were specifically choking on
I was
a
joking.
piece of chocolate.
It was like a chewed up drool
Why
mixed
did
with
you
the chocolate that went down.
But you knew we were about to record. Why would you be like, I think I'm going to hold on to this piece of chocolate?
I just needed a piece to.
In this instance, the chocolate was the neighbor, and
yeah, for real.
and we were the ones getting
No.
raped.
You guys were the cat. I was Isabelle Huppert. You guys were
Oh,
the cat. Watching
we didn't
and
even
doing
talk
nothing.
about that cat. That cat fucking sucked, dude.
That's what would happen if you got raped in front of your cat. The cat would do nothing. I feel like and just watch you.
Maybe join in.
Yeah. A dog would like tug on his pant leg or something like that, but a cat just like
Imagine Adam choking to death in his apartment on chocolate, and his cat's
We
just watching
watch-
him.
And we're watching it because it's the middle of the Zoom call. There's nothing we can do other than we could call your wife who's in the next room, but we don't.
I would call her.
And
All right. Well,
okay, so the
hey.
neighbor, here's the most psychotic thing that the neighbor did in this movie, outside of the multiple rapes, was he had heated living room floor.
Wow, Ryan, you are white trash, human garbage.
He had a heated living room. Why the living room?
What is this? The future?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
and then he's
all the
like, you want?
floors
He
were
goes, you
heated.
want to see? He goes, you want to see this giant water heater tank basically in the basement? And I get that's part of
that's
the
how they do
foreplay
it.
of the scenario, but that's why they went to the basement.
That sounds fun. You get like your feet warmed. when
Why
you're
your
cold out.
living room, bro?
Your house is cold, but your feet get warm. That sounds
There
like a really
wasn't
good
even
combo.
any snow in this movie. Does it snow in France?
Yes.
Yeah.
Haven't you
Okay,
seen Home
okay.
Alone 2?
Hey, we should talk about how
We should be
Home
wrapping
Alone
this up.
2. Oh yeah, they were in
I thought we
France.
were wrapping this up like
We wrapped it
15
up.
minutes ago.
But should we tell people that we're gonna be on video, like we're gonna be doing YouTube stuff?
No.